Hey, how's it going, folks? ET here. Today we're doing some off-grid video game testing using my Bluetti AC50s, which is about 500 watts of storage, and my Dreamcast with a 32-inch TCL Smart TV. And let's do some testing here. The first test, we're going to have just the Dreamcast on only, plugged into the AC50s, running about 16 watts. Now let's go ahead and close that door and get the disk drive spinning up. And it looks like we peaked at about 21, 22. Oh yeah, 22. And then settling in at about 16 to 17-ish when the game is actually in there. And this game has a home screen and then this movie here before you actually hit the start button. So it plays through a movie every once in a while and it has a loading screen. And it's still only hitting averaging about the 17 mark. So that's really good, actually. Again, this is Dreamcast only. So now let's go ahead and plug in the TV and see what kind of wattage we're using. Okay, here we go. The TV and the Dreamcast is plugged in. This is an unmodded Dreamcast, so we're running off the disc itself here. And with one controller plugged in. And the game here is Phantasy Star Online version 2. When it reloads up, it actually has to access the VMU, the virtual memory units, and it also is spinning up the drive here as well, pulling up the character and your previous load. Going into offline mode, again, we're seeing what, 46, 47, and probably peaking about 49-ish. So now the game has loaded. My character is about to pop in here. There we go. And it's a level 15. I'm relatively new to this old school game here, but I'm loving it. So I'm just trying to run around the environment here. I'm jumping up to go visit the commander, the principal, to see if it's peaking any higher than it has with, more graphics on the screen and more drive access. And so far, it's still kind of hovering over the same amount there. So basically, this is probably not the most energy efficient TV. If you used a DC only like RV type TV, you probably save a little bit of power. So this is just a normal TV you plug in the wall running off of, alternating current. So if you wanted to optimize this, most likely taking out the drive and putting a GDMU SD card based storage would save a little bit of power. And then getting an HDMI external monitor, one of the ones that kind of looks similar to a bigger iPad, that probably would save a little bit of power, but really, you're not really using that much here. So if you wanted to use it in a power down or in an RV or, in one of your off-grid cabins or something like this, the Dreamcast is not a bad system. With a decent sized TV, you can pretty much game, the whole night without worrying with a small power station just like this, which is 500 watt hours. But again, any of the modern ones, the bigger ones like the 1000, the 2000 watt hour stations, you're playing these things for days. Okay, I think that's it for the video. Let's go ahead and get out of here and I'll talk to you next time. Peace and aloha.